And there you go, tomato relish and eggs. I'm going to show you how to make tomato gravy. This here is chopped onion and garlic. This is chopped tomatoes. And we're going to add oil to our pan and wait for it to warm up. The spices that you're going to need is sugar for the acidity of the tomatoes, any stock cubes, anyone. Mixed herbs are optional. You definitely need salt, and you don't need to have pepper, but this is black pepper. The most important ones is this one, and stock cube. You can do this to feel if your oil is hot. You can feel the heat like this. Don't go too close, don't touch it. Now I'm going to pour in my onions. If you don't trust yourself, wait for the onions to be translucent, meaning they must look see-through or they must feel soft in the pan, and then you can add your garlic. But because I know what to look out for, I pour them in at the same time, and you want to hear that sound. Okay, it's a preference for me that the oil must be hot, but other people pour it in cold. This is also the stage where you can now put in your seasoning. That will be the stock powder and the black pepper and the mixed herbs. So when it comes to the cubes, do not add them in water because this is not a stew. This is the part where you want to fry the onions. So you will break it up with your fingers like that, or you can cut it up with a knife before you put it in here, or you can simply throw in the whole thing and break it up with a fork or a spoon in here. Okay, so you don't add water to this. You would add water to it if you were making a stew because you want your onions to fry. So I'll now add the mixed herbs. Doesn't matter which brand you're using. I bought this one because it was the cheapest on the day when I bought the mixed herbs. And then I'm going to go in with my black pepper. You can buy the package that's about £2.50. I think it's 15 grams. Don't pour a lot of this because it can overpower your food, okay? You can buy that package and pour half of it in here, or like a spoon. My stove is on 3, which is medium heat. That's to help my onions to saute slowly. I don't want them to burn. If you don't trust yourself and you don't trust what you're doing, you can put the beef stock in afterwards in stock cubes, but you know us, we call it beef stock, even if it's mutton stock or chili stock. But you know what I'm trying to say. So I can feel that the onions are getting softer because they feel different now. When you can feel it, it means they are translucent. If you can't tell whether the onions are burning or not, don't put in the stock cubes just yet. Rather wait for the onions to be fully cooked, okay? I can still tell that they are hard. The more you do it, the more you'll know, okay? When they are soft then, and you are sure that they are soft, with your heat low, rather do it on a low heat and enjoy the experience of feeling it. Then you can add your stock cubes because then it will turn the onions this color. See, they're darker. So you can't see whether the onions are burning or not. This is also the part where you would add your garlic, because garlic burns very quickly and it becomes black, and then it makes the food bitter. So because I am used to it, I do it this way. So you've got those two options. Now I'm going to leave it to continue cooking. You don't have to cover it. I'm not going to cover it because I don't want it to create a steam. When you cover your pot, it creates a steam. Then there's going to be water, and then the onions won't fry. Okay? Okay. My onions are extremely soft now, and they will continue getting soft once I've added my tomatoes. So I'm going to add the tomatoes now. It's very soft. You will feel it when you stir that they are soft, okay? And if you're not sure, let it continue cooking as long as it's not burning. Right? And now we add the diced tomatoes. And before you stir, you can also add your sugar. I'm gonna do 3. You can do, I think for every two tomatoes, large ones, have a teaspoon of sugar. Measure it that way. Salt. And now you can mix. Now everything that needed to be here is here. Now I'm going to increase my heat from 3 to 4. I'm not going to cover it. I'm not going to add water. I'm just going to let it cook. You'll see why I don't add water. Tomatoes have their own water. It's going to be a nice gravy. I don't like it when it has water. You also don't need tomato sauce or tomato paste in here. You can add it if you want to, but you don't have to. And you also don't need the soup powder to make the gravy thicker. You don't need that stuff. Okay, so I will leave it to cook. Actually, I will cover it because it's almost 2 o'clock and I'm making lunch for the family. So I'll cover it. Beauty about food is that you make your own decisions. You can chop and change the recipe whichever way you want. If you want to add beans to this, you can. You can add eggs in there if you want. When it's fully cooked, you can do whatever you want. So I'm gonna let it steam so that it goes faster. Okay, after a few minutes, we come and check up on the food and stir. You see now there's gravy. I didn't add any water. This is from the tomatoes. The tomatoes are still thick, so it's not ready yet. We'll continue cooking this, but I'm going to reduce the heat because I don't want it to burn. Okay, so I'll close it again. Look at the consistency of what it looks like now. Okay, tomatoes are still thick and visible. Another tip, you can peel the tomatoes or grate them before putting them in the pot. Né? You can do that as well. We're back. The gravy is getting thicker now. At the bottom, it feels like it's burning, but it's not because I can still see at the bottom of the pan that it's not black. If it was burning, it would be black. Okay, if you do feel that you don't like the consistency of this, you can add a little bit of water, and I mean a little, ne? Just like a chup, 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 kancane kancane, little by little. Takes patience. Also, mine is taking longer because I'm cooking for the whole family. The more onion you put in, the more gravy you'll have. Let me know, do you prefer more onion or more tomatoes in this? How do you do it? Also, what do you do differently from mine? Do you add garlic? Don't you? Peppers. You can also add peppers, green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper, either one or all three. I don't have them. That's why they're not in here. Also, I'm trying to make the recipe simple because you can eat this with pap, you can eat it with rice, with meat on the side, whichever way you want to eat it. You can have it with bread and eggs. As a breakfast, you can have it with beans on the side, beans on toast with relish. This is called relish. It's the same relish you find in a can, the can that says tomato and onion relish. This is the exact same thing. Okay, it's the exact same thing. So you can buy the can, put it in your pan with no oil. Just pour all of it in your pan and then season with the seasonings that I showed you earlier. Stock cube, sugar, mixed herb if you want, parsley if you want, yeah, and salt. And then same process. You cover it, you let it cook for a bit because you can't have it cold. You can, but it's not ideal. Also, it was canned, so you might want to just cook it up and release whatever else was in the can with it, okay? Okay, so I'll close it again. My stove is on 3 and it's cooking quite fast, so I can reduce it to 2. But like I said, I'm in a hurry, so I'll leave it like this and I'll keep coming back for it. Okay, we're checking it now again. Again, we feel every time you come back, there'll be less water, and that's what you want. And for me, this consistency is fine. This is how I make it. Okay. Now, another thing about me, I don't taste my food. I always just know that it's fine. But eventually you'll also be able to see that the gravy is fine because it's not watery. It's sticking to the spoon. When you look at your gravy, you'll be able to tell that it's fine. It's not just running off the spoon. I've tasted it and I'm happy. So there you go. That's how you make it. Let's make tomato relish and scrambled eggs.